Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday season. I know I'm very excited for 2026. I don't know about you, but I felt like 2025 could not end fast enough. And I'm hoping for a better 2026. Not that 25 was a bad year. I did have another kid in 25, which is always great. But, you know, I'm just excited about what 26 has to hold. With that being said, today we are on our sales dock here in Watergate on Pier 1. This is the only covered slip on this side of Clear Lake. So in my opinion, it is the best dock. And some of you might recognize this boat right here. If you don't, I will leave a card to the tour in the corner of the screen. Watch that tour once we finish this one. That is the first boat we did last year. However, today we are taking a look at a 2012 330 Sundancer. Some of you might recognize this boat. I will leave a link in the description down below for a tour of that boat as well. It is a boat that we sold. We try to keep all of our clients close and build a real community around here. We do crawfish boils, shrimp boils. We all fish, drink, have a good time together. So one thing I wanted to note before we got onto the boat is that this Sundancer has a 10.5-foot beam. Now, if you have seen any of the other videos or looked at any of the other Sundancers, most Sundancers in this category have about a 12-foot beam, and that's almost solely because it's not a walk around, it's a walk through windshield, which I'll get there and we'll talk a little bit more about once we're on the boat. But this is gonna be super helpful for anybody who's got a boathouse maybe, or a real narrow canal or a narrow boat slip, and you're not able to get a 12-foot beam in there, then this thing is going to be absolutely perfect for you. It's also a little bit sleeker, has some real clean looking lines. I think this boat looks fantastic. So the first thing I wanted to point out on this swim platform specifically is it's actually part of the mold. It's not attached to the transom like this swim platform here. As you can tell, it's all part of the mold. All right, and taking a look at this first compartment here, you have your shore power hookup. This one right here is a breaker, and then you have your TV cable here. So if your Marina you're saying that has TV cable, then you can connect it there. Kind of outdated. Most people are using Starlink these days. If you've seen any of my videos, we talk about it all the time. You have freshwater hookup there, so you hook your hose up, and then these are engine rinse downs. Engine flush, I should say. Now this, this next compartment here, most of you who have seen these videos are used to this being here and a little bit of extra fender storage. I'm gonna put the camera down and flip this down and show you. This is a super unique feature. I'm not sure if it's the year model or just this 330 model. Let me know in the comments down below if you know, but let me open this up so you can take a look. So that door there is actually a transom bench, which is awesome. You can fit 2 people here, no problem. And if you're a family man like me, then maybe you don't always want to get in the water, but your kids are going to want to swim off the back. This gives you a nice, comfortable place to sit and watch them. It even has cup holders back here, so you can have your drink while you're watching your kids play in the brown water. Maybe you're not comfortable getting in there. You know, or maybe you take this somewhere where it's got much cleaner water, but for us it's a murky brown. But you take what you can get. All right, we're gonna move up into the cockpit, and the first thing we have to show is you have your transom shower here, and that is a stainless steel door, which is very nice. Most of the time these are plastic, just a white plastic, a white starboard. All right, stepping into the cockpit, as you can see, C-deck throughout. All of this raises up to get to your engine hatch, which we'll get there at the end of the video. You have a step up here, which is a little bit interesting to me. I guess it's just to assist getting out the side of the boat, because usually that step is here for the full walk around, but like I said earlier, this one is a walk through windshield. You do have a wet bar here, stainless steel flip up faucet. We're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm gonna pan over to the starboard side of the boat. You have rear face seating here about mid-ship, or mid-cockpit I should say. A nice table, nice wooden table that does fold in. So if you need easier in and out right here, you can scoot in and out, no problem. It is on a pedestal, so you can take it out completely or drop it all the way down. As you can see, these handlebars down here and here, it does drop down, a pad fills in, and you can turn this whole thing into a sun bench. You have a nice transom bench across the back. You can fit probably three people there. This also has storage underneath, as well as this one over here. So you do get quite a bit of storage back here in the cockpit. This can be a great place to hang out. It is under a full camper enclosure, so you can get shade year round or close it all the way in those winter months. try to keep as warm as possible. Before we move over to the wet bar, I did want to point out, it does have brand new JL audio speakers. Some people really care about these. I'm not joking when I say that. Some people get onto the boat and the only thing they care about is how good the sound system sounds. JL audio speakers all throughout the cockpit here. All right, turning around to the wet bar, we do have a stainless steel sink with a flip-up faucet, cup holder, and this is super unique, especially on a Sundancer. I've never seen it before. You have an outdoor grill, which is awesome. Cook up some food while you're out here. Your kids are swimming. Wife is sitting on the back of the boat, watching the kids swim while you're up here grilling dogs, grilling burgers. Maybe you just caught a fish and you want to grill it up. You're not into sushimi. A little bit of extra storage down below. And these slits on here kind of give it away. You do have an outdoor refrigerator here. All right, moving forward, we have 5 more cup holders, or 6 more cup holders. So no lack of cup holders on this boat. That is for sure. It's not like most of your sports cars out there. Plenty of places to put your drinks and some additional storage there. Before we look at the helm, I did want to show that your battery switches are right here, as well as some breakers. All right, and as I mentioned before, this is a walk-through windshield. Super unique for Sundancers. I would say 99% of Sundancers are walk-arounds and not a walk-through windshield, but this one is unique. Sea Ray went for it, and let me know in the comments down below which one you prefer, the walk-through windshield or the walk-around. You do have twin helm seats, both with flip-up bolsters, and just below that, some additional storage. So if you're riding solo, you're gonna wanna put fire extinguishers, any kind of emergency supplies here. We can access them quickly. All right, panning around to the helm. All of your gauges are in great shape. They all work. They're all legible. You can read all of them. There's no clouding, fogging, cracking, anything like that. Panning down, we do have a Raymarine GPS radar display here, as well as a bow thruster. This is a 33-foot boat, twin engine with a bow thruster, V-drives. So this is about as beginner friendly as it comes. So if you're in the market for your first yacht, you will not find an easier boat to drive than this one right here. These are your start-stop switches for your engines, and then you have your trim tabs, bilge, pump, bilge blowers, hatch lift, windlass, accessory switches, and then all of your light switches over here. This is your HF radio, your FM AM radio, and then your shifter, and then your shifters and throttle there. All right, that is gonna do it for the cockpit and the helm. Let's head up front, walk through the windshield, check out the bow, and then we'll head down into the cabin. All right, stepping out onto the bow, we do have a single sun pad straight down the center line of the boat. We do have some skylights here to add some natural light down into the cabin, and your hatch above the V-berth. Moving forward into your anchor locker, you have foot switches for your windlass here, your controllable spotlight, stainless steel anchor, and then inside of here is your windlass. All right, 4 steps down into the cabin, and one of the first things you'll notice is this Sundancer has hardwood floors, which is not common at all. Most of the time it's all carpet in here with maybe a carpet runner, but the hardwood floor makes a real luxury premium feel in here. And if you're familiar with Sundancers and you kind of know how this goes by now, you know the layout of the Sundancer cabin. But we're going to get into it because this one does have some differences. It is laid out quite a bit differently. So you have your head here. Obviously it's going to be a wet head, stainless steel sink, and then you pull this up here and it attaches right here if you want to take a shower. You do have some overhead storage here, some cabinet storage, and then you have some under sink access down below. And obviously there is your head. And one of the beautiful things about here is it is a nice wooden floor in here. It's not the standard fiberglass flooring, so you do have some extra grip. You're not going to slip or fall. And then your drain over there. The drain goes into a sump box. The sump box is in this compartment here, and basically what happens is there's basically a bilge pump in there. Sump box fills up, bilge pump pumps it overboard. Anything below the water line or down on the floor that drains is going to pump into a box and then have to be pumped out. Other than that, any sinks or anything like that are just going to drain straight overboard. So remember that next time you pour something down the sink, or whatever goes down the sink is going to go straight off the side of your boat. Keep that in mind. And in the back of this door, a full mirror back here. And while you're showering, you can make sure you cleaned up and you hit all the dirty spots. So yeah, this entire back door here, back of the door here, is a mirror. All right, moving forward into the galley. We usually start in the galley, but 2026, we're trying new stuff. So we have some overhead storage here for all your galley needs, your pantry needs, with a little bit of additional storage back here. Nice shelf storage. Obviously you can have your liquor bottles here with all of your liquor cups, and then some storage underneath that as well. So Sea Ray really did squeeze in all of the storage they could in this galley. And just below that, we're just going to keep on moving down. You have a 2-burner stovetop that does cover, so you can use this as some additional countertop space. And just below that, we have another mini fridge. This one also has a freezer compartment. Plenty of water. Stay hydrated. If you've been drinking on the water, it will sneak up on you. The sun's beating down, you start sweating, get hot, you're not really paying attention, and next thing you know, you're dehydrated. And you end up waking up on the dock and you're like, how did I even get here? Moving on, we have some additional storage here. Don't ask me how I know any of that. And just above that, you do have a skylight. So one of the skylights we saw there does allow some natural light in here. It might seem a little dark in here, but keep in mind we are in a covered slip, so none of that natural light is really getting into here. Moving down below that storage, we have a microwave, another storage slot there. Have a light switch for your galley as well as a vent fan. So if you are cooking ramen noodles or whatever, it's getting hot and steamy in here, it'll pump it right out for you, get some airflow going. Just below that, another stainless steel sink. And below that, we have this is really cool. You have your silverware drawer here and another drawer down below. And you're looking at this thinking, what could this be? Kind of looks like a gun safe. Well, it's not. It's a fridge. I mean, how cool is that? Additional drink storage there, refrigerator, pull-out refrigerator. So that's 3 fridges on this boat. You will not go thirsty, that is for sure. And then some additional storage under sink access. Get all to your plumbing water lines there. We're moving into the forward V-berth. Just wanted to show it to you before we start getting into it. We have a curtain here that will separate the, goes across here, closes off the V-berth, gives you some extra privacy. And with that, let's start getting into it. You do have a hanging locker here. I think there's a jam-packed full of towels. Can never have too many towels on the boat. And some additional storage up there and additional storage there as well. There is access to your escape hatch or your skylight, situational dependent. Mirror as the headboard makes it feel roomier in here. Reflects the light, makes it feel brighter, and you know, adds some spice. Just below that, we have some additional storage here as well. And I wanted to point out that you do have some accent lighting down here as well as stairs to help you climb up into the V-berth, so you're not, if you're not that mobile, getting up into the bed is not going to be a problem. And as well as stairs on this side. You have some shelving. You have a closet here with some shelves, so it's not a hanging locker, but you can fold your nice clothes, put them away there. And just below that, we have some additional storage. You have your 12-volt plugs here as well as your thermostat for your air conditioning. And moving back down into the salon, the first thing I wanted to point out is this is a pull-out couch. Well, you just grab right here and it just keeps going. The couch just keeps going. So you can fit another person here. Absolutely no problem. Nice bed. Stows away nice and neat. Easy to allow some you know, walking space. You also have a pedestal slot right there for your salon table. Moving up above the couch, we have some, you guessed it, additional storage. And above that, you have your porthole windows as well as a shelf. And you guessed it, more storage. Moving back, you have a TV mounted above your mid cabin. This can also be arranged into a seating area, but let's be honest, most people are going to use this as a bed, use this as a place for their kids to stay, their guests to stay. And it does have a curtain that pulls across to give you some additional privacy. You have a nice nightstand right here, so you can put your alarm clock. And just above that, you have your breaker panel. This is your 120 and 12 volt systems here, as well as this is a DVD player. And panning up, you have your FM, AM radio controls. Let's head up top and take a look at the engine room. So this is your engine room. And I was really surprised because most of the Sundancers do not have this much room on them. Your Kohler generator is back there, and then here are your 5.7s. These have about 820 hours on them. I think 820 and 815. And I did want to point out that these are coolant reservoirs. So this is a closed cooled engine. Both of these are closed cooled engines. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the boat. And if you like it, come buy it.